So these are the brand new Sony WF-1000XM5s, and they're hands down my new favorite earbuds. They have great sound, a perfect feature set, a compact design, incredible transparency, and the absolute best ANC on any earbuds I've ever tried. These, in my opinion, are the new king of earbuds out of the entire market, and I've tried so many different earbuds out there, basically every pair on the market. So let's actually start off with, maybe this is kind of embarrassing, but I think I'm not alone. I'm probably not alone. For a long time, I had no idea what Sony's naming scheme meant. The WF-1000XM3 and then 4 and now 5. Like, I finally talked to somebody at Sony and they told me, so the start off WF stands for wireless free. Their headphones are WH for wireless headphones. And then the 1000X, so 1000, like Sony uses a numbering scheme for their different tiers, and 1000 is their flagship. And then the M4 stands for Mark IV. So that actually makes a lot of sense to me. It's not the most memorable name, not easy to say, but I get it. Now, talking about the actual earbuds, I want to start off with probably the highlight of these earbuds being the transparency and the active noise cancellation. First, with the transparency, it was honestly like so good. Not just that it sounded natural, but everything sounded natural. Like, I did a wind test with this, and even the wind sounded like it would in my ears. There wasn't like a lot of white noise, nothing was too amplified. I found that I was like playing guitar and listening to a track on these earbuds, and I could hear everything really well, so that was a great use case for it. And like all around, transparency was really impressive. And then just one little tap, and it shuts everything out entirely. The ANC is really incredible on these. I think that these are the new best ANC earbuds on the market. All frequencies are really just crushed, and you get absolute silence. It's clearly improved from the entire spectrum compared to last year, but especially in the vocal range and even a little bit of a higher vocal range as well. So for example, the other day, maybe like 2 or 3 days ago, I was sitting in my living room and working on my laptop, listening to these, and my wife was talking to me on the other side of the room, and I had absolutely no idea she was talking to me. It wasn't until she like walked over and like waved in my face, and I was like, what? Well, I had no idea you were even in the room. Now, the ANC improvement comes from a couple things. One is they now have a dedicated ANC processor inside of these, as well as an integrated processor that's new for everything else. But let's talk about some actual numbers here. I do this one test. I have 4 tests here. One is just like a common white noise test. I play the sound of a jet at a set distance away and turn it up until I can hear that noise through the earbuds, which are trying to block the noise out. And so for a while, the leader was the Bose Quiet Comfort Earbuds 2 and the AirPods Pro 2. Now this is actually tied. It didn't beat them in this category, which you might say, Mike, I thought you said that these were the best. Well, the win here comes with the other frequencies. So for basic, like very low-end droning sounds like a jet, an air conditioner, whatever, it's pretty much on par with the AirPods and the Bose. The second test I did was a crowd test. So playing on the same speaker, the sound of crowd, like just people talking, and for these, I was able to block about 1 decibel more than the previous first place, which was the Bose. So for crowds and more higher pitched sounds, these do a better job. And then test 3 was the female voice test. As I said before, like I couldn't hear my wife talking, so it's no surprise these did way better than the Bose. Like it blew them out of the water. I was blocking up to 45.6 decibels with these, and the Bose was only blocking up to about 40.6 decibels. So a pretty substantial improvement there. And then test number 4 was the wind test. As I said, in transparency mode, it sounded exactly like my actual ears when wind was blowing on me. I stood in front of a fan. And then the ANC test, it's very muted, but definitely still audible. Like you can hear the wind. It's more reduced than a lot of other earbuds, but I would say you probably have to turn your volume up by like 1 notch on your phone to get the same experience, which was really pretty impressive. So kind of summarizing the ANC, the Bose Quiet Comfort Earbuds 2 still have marginally better low-end ANC, but these absolutely crush it with the high end and have less white noise. So overall, these feel quieter in most environments, which is why I think that puts them at number 1 for that. Moving into the second category on this video, the sound. So we're getting a higher quality DAC inside of these. We're getting a larger 8.4mm driver compared to last year's 6mm. We're getting improved accuracy for better lows. And like, yeah, those are all spec sheet stuff, but when you actually translate that into real use, I was impressed. Super clear and detailed, crisp highs, powerful bass, a really natural and analytical sound. Plus, for Android users, you have LDAC, so even a higher resolution than most other earbuds. But for high-res audio, like These do a really good job. They were pleasant to listen to, and I found that I never had to turn the volume up to look for details. All the instrument separation felt like really where I wanted it to be. All right, so now getting into category number 3, which is the microphone test. So this is what it sounds like in an indoor studio environment. These now have 6 microphones, which is super common. A lot of earbuds have that. They also have AI noise reduction. Again, most earbuds have that. And they have a bone conduction sensor as well. Again, most earbuds have something similar to that. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. But now let's go outside to a noisier environment. For reference, this is what it sounds like outside right now.
Okay, so I'm outside right now by a pretty busy road. There's obviously a lot of traffic behind me, and it's also pretty breezy out. So let me know how this sounds to you.
Now, as a side note, I will be comparing these to a lot of other earbuds, specifically the Bose and the AirPods. And if you want to see those videos, be sure to go down and click that subscribe button. The videos are coming really soon. Okay, so ANC, sound quality, microphones, those are like the big 3 for performance. But let's talk a little bit more about the earbuds themselves. Like, what is it like to wear them? What do I think about the style? Well, starting off with the design of them, the earbuds are 25% smaller than the XM4s, which is great because the XM4s were already smaller than the XM3s, but the Sony XM, like the 1000X lineup, has always been a little bit large. So these now feel like really on par with a lot of other earbuds in terms of size. The case is also 15% smaller. So like the case and earbuds, the best way I could explain it, look and feel a lot like the LinkBuds. The LinkBuds S, actually. The LinkBuds S, in my opinion, were always a great size for earbuds. These are IPX4 water resistant. They come in 2 different colors, and I really like the case. Like, it's really matte. It was pretty fun to film this because you had good lighting like pretty much anywhere. Overall, sleek, premium design, the classic little like gold accents on the earbuds themselves, and of course, we do have touch controls on the outside of the earbuds, proximity sensor on the inside. But talking about the controls, they are customizable within the app. You can single tap, double tap, triple tap, and quadruple tap actually, and tap and hold, but quadruple tap is kind of the new one here. So by default, that'll change your volume. After using it, like it takes you're gonna tap a lot if you wanna go up like 3 volume notches, but it's cool that that does exist. I think maybe Galaxy Buds did a little better by like flicking your ear. I don't know, still cool. As far as fit and comfort go, this is kind of a little bit divided because they only come with foam ear tips. There's an extra size, there's an extra small now, but I think that for these, I tend to go for a smaller size than what I actually like to wear because the foam after a while can be a little bit fatiguing in your ears, but it stays in really well, especially during workouts. These are lighter than before, and the foam tips have a new geometry which really keeps them in my ear pretty well. For example, when I was writing the script for this video, I was actually wearing these earbuds for 5 hours straight, which is a lot longer than I normally wear earbuds, and my ears like felt fine the whole time. They didn't feel like amazing, but they felt fine. And when I took them out, that's when my ears kind of like, I realized it was like pressing on my ears for a long time. So 5 hours I thought was a pretty good amount of time to not have any really serious discomfort. So comfort, security, those both are pretty good. As far as features go on these earbuds, it's really something Sony's always done well. They just pack these full of features. Most of them I never use, like 360 reality audio, cool, but I don't use it. Personalization in the app where you like scan your ear with your phone. Again, I don't use that. Cool that it's there though. They have LE audio, so low latency for gaming, which is really nice. The battery life is 8 hours in the earbuds, 24 hours when you include the case. And get this, that's with active noise cancellation on. You're also getting 60 minutes of listening with a 3-minute charge, which is pretty crazy. And of course, all the staples like wireless charging, multi-point connectivity for like your phone and your laptop, seamless switching. They come in eco-friendly packaging, which is nothing new. Autoplay, auto pause, speak to chat, a lot of the Sony features, ambient sound control, which I never use. Like you could move rooms and when you're walking, it changes. And when you're in one place, it changes settings. Like, I don't know, it's all there and it's all in the app if you want to use that. But these aren't necessarily perfect. Like I have one concern with these that's really based on the last generation and specifically related to the foam tips, which by the way, foam tips are great because sure, they're comfortable and secure, but really they block a lot of the higher frequencies, which is why I would hesitate to switch to a silicone tip. But the foam tips, the material last year for me, as well as for a friend of mine, like completely like exploded. Like after, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months of using them, like the ear tip itself just completely split. It happened to me while I was on the flight. So I had to sit there with no earbuds for like the next 5 hours. So we have a different geometry of the ear tips here, but the same material. So I am a little bit concerned about that, but only time will tell if it happens again. Overall, I think the Sony WF-1000XM5s, like I said, hands down, my new favorite earbuds. But you can leave a comment and let me know what you think about these. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing. I'm Mike O'Brien, and I'll see you next time.